more developing stories of the commissioner's announcement a moment ago that Mark Packer will be the driver of the golf cart at the ACC Cross Country Championships. As you can tell, Taylor Soule of Boston College and Marnelle Garraud has joined us here. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I won that one, Pack. They've joined us here from BC. Mark has just been a well, thanks. We'll show the plaque again. That Packer is going to drive the golf cart at the ACC Cross. Yeah, see, Taylor Soule impressed. Taylor Soule, one of the premier players in this league, is impressed. Genuinely impressed.
I am impressed.
So once y'all recover from the stardom that you've just walked into, apparently, we can talk about your season. But thank you guys for being here.
And by the way, don't let this figure fool you. I am a cross-country genius.
Yeah.
You ought to see me run to the woods.
He's walked to the mailbox. He's walked to the mailbox several times.
We just had the marathon this weekend.
I know. The marathon was Monday.
Yeah.
Shocking he wasn't there, wasn't he?
Well, they didn't ask me to drive the golf cart. So I said, I'll forget you, Boston Marathon. I'm going to South Bend for the ACC Championships instead.
We're going to get to some things in a moment about basketball. But Coach Mack has been with us several times.
Yep.
And cornhole has come up several times. And during the break, Pack, we found out
we did.
Marnelle and Coach Mack are like
this.
It's
Star
bad.
team. Yep.
You're the champs, and everybody else plays for second.
Yeah,
huh?
we played against our coaches, our assistant coaches, me and Coach
it's
Mack.
over.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like that.
They were tears.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants any piece of that.
No, they were
action.
tears. They don't let us play together anymore.
Taylor,
It's true.
Taylor, well, you know what we found out from talking to Coach Mack?
Oh, no.
It's not just cornhole. It's like any board game, anything. She is so, hey, I'm here to win, right?
Everything.
Yes.
Chess.
Oh, chess.
If it came to cooking a pizza, everything. Just competition.
But you know what? I think, though, with all that said, for you two and your whole team, that's a good thing because you know what? Every practice, every time you go to class, anything you do is that competitive spirit that, hey, guess what? You know, be focused, be ready, and let's go.
Yeah.
It is.
She
No,
wants to win
I think
everything.
it definitely translates to the basketball court and just how she wants us to approach life and everything that we do every day. So it is fun off the court when it comes to that competitive spirit, but it helps us out.
All right, you guys got to be pretty excited, right? I mean, it's a familiar roster. There's a little bit about basketball that's volatile from a roster perspective. A lot of familiarity. You guys were successful. I mean, you're a defensive-driven team at its core. So what's the early stages of this season been like?
I think it's a lot. This is probably the deepest team we've had, like at least in the 4 years that we've been here. So I think working on just fitting our chemistry on the court and working on like all our pieces working together, I think that's really excited. And then Coach Roche, like you said, has been drilling in on defense. Like he's trying to get. We have so many different players, like T-Soul and me in practice, like stopping ball. We have like maybe 6 people who can pick up full court. Like that's where like little things that are coming out of our defensive bag.
Taylor, you know, going into the season, for all of us, with what we do for a living, we know about Louisville, we know about NC State. They've been consistently good, the standard by which everybody says, all right, hey, we're going to do something in this league. We can go beat these teams, right? But there's always this group in the league, and the league's deep. And I start looking at rosters, and it's crazy, whether it was the men's teams yesterday or the ladies today. Transfer portal, rosters look totally different. But you know what? Virginia Tech's got all their starters back. You've got all your starters back. And I start looking for teams with that experience, you know, that chemistry that y'all were talking about, whether it's, you know, playing cornhole or, hey, let's go win a basketball game. That's got to come into play, right? To me, when you have talent and experience, that is a great combination.
Yeah, I think a big thing for us, and something that's been great for Marnelle and I, is the senior class we have. We've been with each other since freshman year, and so we understand what Coach Mack wants out of us, and kind of just like the expectations that she has for us on offense and defense, and just what our culture is. And so now, like she said, we have these great underclassmen. We have a couple of transfers that are really going to help us out with the offense and defense. And so I think other teams that are coming back with their core group, I think they're going to be strong, but I think we might be a little stronger. We got a little something special going on the Heights, so I'm excited for y'all to see what we got.
All right, but from a defensive-driven program, the old adage, if you play really good defense, the offense is easy. Is that the case?
Oh, for sure. Offense. I believe it.
Really?
Play good defense. Get defensive stops, steals, for sure. Easy buckets. And especially our bread and butter transition buckets.
Well,
like,
I'm about to say, you guys run as well as anybody in the league.
You know Coach
We're in
Mack, that is her I wouldn't say claim to fame, but like her offense, like that is her one thing that she's very prideful of, our transition. So I think getting good stops on defense, especially like even last year, like just getting not pick twos, but like getting out in transition, we do like really well in transition.
You know what's cool? And you can feel it sitting on this set. I don't know if folks can sense it watching on TV, but you mentioned, hey, you know what? We've been around the block. No, we've been through these before,
yes.
And it's now like the game's now slowed down. Where hey, let's go have fun. We've put in the work, right? And that I could just sense it with you two that hey, this class that we got is a special group. And it's now time to do some special stuff.
Yeah, I think a big thing about basketball is just having that chemistry and, like you said, having fun. And it is kind of crazy to think that now we're seniors out here, and so we have put all the work in, and we've been like playing those tough teams. We've seen the competition, and so now it's just like we said, bringing the underclassmen with us and just getting everybody on the same page. And so I'm really excited to finally have a little weight lifted off of our shoulders a little bit, and just trust all the work that we put in.
Love it.
So the league and its power, Marnelle, everybody knows how good this league is.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are still – do you still feel like you fly under the radar a little bit nationally?
I think we play anytime with a chip on our shoulder, just always something improved, like never taken for granted, like always earned. So I think we're forever proving that. So
yeah. Well, you guys have done a heck of a job. I mean, it's just – whether it's you two, Cameron Schwartz, I know is a big piece of it. You guys find a way to hit big shots or get big stops, right? I mean, the growth of the program's really, really been impressive here.
By the way, Taylor, when you're watching highlights like this right now,
I can't help myself.
No, I noticed that because
I can't help myself. That was a pretty great game. the Notre Dame game. I respect the defense, but the offense. We got into some of our good actions and our shooters over here, like Marnelle, knocking out shots. I can't lie. I'm excited to see more highlights like that.
That was cool. But I know folks can't see this, and on radio I know you can't with the whole deal. But I'm sitting there watching Taylor, and like when the highlights went up, Taylor's eyes got real big. Oh, I remember this game. I know you're thinking to play. I remember to play. I know exactly what was going on. But that's kind of what we're talking about with the experience, right? I mean, hey, you've still watched the tape. We know the teams. People have to deal with BC now, right?
Yes.
That's the deal.
Yes. Let the people know.
All right. How did you guys get through? We talked about this a lot in the summer. Boston College, and we had Pat Kraft on, and we've had great conversations with him as the athletic director just about the way Boston College got through a year ago. And we were talking about during the break. You guys have got to feel like this is all open and free now because a year ago it was really difficult. Yet the school environment, the campus, everybody, that school singularly handled the coronavirus and the pandemic maybe as well as anybody in the country. Marnelle, how'd you guys do it?
we really locked down. I know in terms of like mask mandates and COVID vaccines, like I think it really pulled together as a community to make that something like we all wanted as our mission, to have a safe and healthy community. So we had a lot of strict rules, like couldn't really have many guests. It was lonely on campus. Couldn't have a lot of guests, like couldn't invite many people into into your rooms, like no parties for sure, but yeah, it was a community effort for sure to try to get everybody on board and keeping the campus safe.
Did it bond the campus more, you think?
Yeah, in a way. Like we all knew like we wanted to be on campus. So like that was kind of a discussion that was happening. Like would we rather like do remote school or have everybody on campus? And I knew like for the majority, everybody wanted to be back on campus, to at least have that atmosphere, to at least have that community together. So I think, yeah.
I know this much. What it does do is tell you you've got discipline. Right, and from a mental standpoint, I mean, the physical thing's tough enough when you just got to isolate, but just the mental hurdle that you've got to get over. To me, you know, Jeff Hafley's been on with us 1,000 times, and they had, all that stuff, and they were the poster child for how you combat COVID and making sure that you don't lose anything. But to me, it was always a commitment from the student athletes, from a mental standpoint, from a discipline. That guess what, we're in, we're committed to this, we're all in. That's, it's easy to say it. It's really hard to do it.
Yeah, I think it's difficult when your athletes are intertwined with the regular students and maybe they're out socializing more. They don't have practice or just like other things. I know our team, for example, like we were in and out of quarantines. And so just for us to mentally stay just prepared. I know we came out of quarantines and played the #1 team in the country twice. And so just to like lock in, do your at-home in hotel quarantine workouts, different things like that, and then get back on campus and be like, hey, I really want to go hang out with my friends, but I know we have practice and we're going somewhere, like we can't risk getting contact traced or anything like that.
How hard was it last year? That's one thing. How hard was it, though, when you knew that, hey, there's nobody in the gym? Now, I know it's old school. It's like you've done it 1,000 times in your life. You're practicing free throws or working on a drill or whatever, and there's nobody there, and you got to put in the work. It's another thing when you're playing a game and you're used to people being around. Now, for the most part, hey, you're going to walk through the tunnel and it's go time. I know you got to have that chill, like, oh, my goodness, we're back to doing our thing.
Yeah. I think it was weird at first. I think like the first 30 minutes warm-ups is really weird because obviously you hear the music, but you don't have like your family to look up to or like your close friends at the game or just like kids cheering you on, and so you really have to rely on your teammates and just the energy that you guys are going to bring, like whether it's at home or away. I think this year we're really excited. We got a whole lot of friends that are really excited to come to our games. But it was really weird, something I hope never has to happen again.
Yeah.
But we all got through it.
All right, so we've talked about this with a couple of other schools in the last couple days. Just so happens it's very applicable to you guys.
Okay.
There's a big football game Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. Nighttime game, too.
See, Pack, here we go. Look, everybody knows, right? Now, my partner over here thinks, you know what, BC, kind of sneaky at home. Coach Hafley's got a little thing going there a little bit. Here comes NC State in the top 25.
Right.
Night game. Marnelle's already told us, Pack. It's on.
I think so. I think this is a big deal Saturday
agree.
night.
I think the last game too, they definitely got robbed from it. I think they're more than capable. I think our team is more than capable of being 5-0.
I think maybe 5-1 after this weekend.
Yeah.
So there you go, Pack. Robbed last Saturday at Clemson.
Why are you looking at me?
The talent is
we just had the commissioner.
The talent is definitely there.
Hey, Marnelle, you got a problem with the commissioner. He'll handle all the referee comments. Hafley can't talk about it, but you can.
Yeah.
I don't think they can find a student athlete.
Look, see? No, they can't get student athletes.
Go back
but I think the talent is definitely there on our team.
But the student influence at games has been so cool. And I know the student athlete community at Boston College is really tight. Everybody, I mean, I knew that from years ago, but it's amazing. One team starts doing well, and everybody buoys off of it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think, like you said, Pat Kraft, he's been great. Like his transition, with just getting all the student athletes on board, with just supporting each other. Whether it's from football to sailing to fencing to women's cross country, I think he just wants everyone supporting each other and in this fight just be one of the greatest programs in the ACC. And so I know Coach Hafley is always on Twitter making sure he's telling everyone to be up bright and early and at the games. And so I know the women's basketball team is really excited to cheer on the football team.
Have either one of you worked on any name, image, and likeness deals? Or has that just been back burner?
Working on it.
In the works,
We're working on it.
We have a few.
We're trying.
Tell you what, you know what I like about women's basketball? They're not playing their business for you today, Pack.
No.
They're working on it.
I'm
We got a lot of working on it.
Working on it. Trust it.
Excuse me, you're talking to the cross-country driver. I mean, so I really understand who you're talking to when I have the greatest runners in America behind me, and they can't move until I go, let's go. All right. So when you're ready to announce it, you let me know.
Let us know.
But now listen, Taylor's been on Packer and Durham before. She's had this question. Marnelle, you are a 3-time all ACC Academia persona. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
So with that said,
until you hear this question.
So Taylor's already answered it.
Okay.
Right? With that said, since you've been at BC, what has been your hardest class?
My hardest class. In terms of like my worst grade or like
hey, I'm not
those
telling
are
you.
a little different.
I'm not telling your name, image, and likeness business. I'm not going to tell you what your hardest class was. It's up to you. Define it however you want.
My professors. I have two of my favorite professors. One is Amy Lacombe, that was my protocol class, and the other is Professor Wesner, my business law class. Both are hard, but like I think my business law class, I was pushed the hardest. So.
No, we got to pick one.
No, wait. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. The fact that you mentioned your professors' names,
that's good
to me. Is a touch of class, because that's one of those. Hey, you can't get mad at me, Prof. I gave you a shout out on national television. So what are you upset at me about?
Right.
Who else in your lifetime that you've taught has given you a shout out on national television?
So don't be mad.
So I thought that was a smart move. That told me you were really thinking when you throw the prof out and then the classes. And I'll just leave them right there. Right. Like
both
the
of them are
assist.
equal. Yeah.
There you go.
Both hard?
Both are hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Both challenging.
Great job by all of